Happy Diwali, everyone. I'm Sister Jenna from the Brahma Kumaris in Washington, D.C., in the United States of America. This Diwali has to be extremely special. It is really the victory of good over evil. It is time for all of us, whether you're in the United States of America, in India, in Europe, in the Caribbean, it's time for us to awaken our consciousness and begin to let go of all the algae. It's an acronym that I use quite frequently. A for anger, L for lust, G for greed, A for attachment, and E for ego. And as we approach this particular season in the year of 2020, we've seen a lot, we've gone through a lot, we've been enduring a lot. Maybe it's a time for our big awakening. Maybe this is a time for our real Diwali, to celebrate the fireworks from within, to be able to live a life of sweetness and coolness, and to bring the virtues of God's love and light into our lives. May this Diwali be the best ever for you and your family. So on behalf of all of us, the Brahma Kumaris in the nation's capital of Washington, D.C., Happy Diwali, Happy Diwali, Shubh Diwali, Happy Diwali. Hello everyone, we're coming up to Diwali, and the America Meditating production is producing a new short film entitled The Diwali Dance. It's all about dancing your sorrow away and bringing more light into the world. Plus, Diwali is this ancient Indian festival, you know. You've got to get rid of all those weaknesses that are in your personality and become the light that you really are, to be crowned the king or the queen or the emperor of a world of no sorrow. So we have choreographed an incredible dance. One is Eastern by our youth leader Aditi Goel, and the other one is Western by famous choreographer to Michael Jackson, Jennifer Lopez, Dancing with the Stars, Howard PheelGood. For the Westerners who move a little bit slower, go to americameditating.org and sign in and be a part of our short film production. I really hope you can join us to do the dance, because we're going to be doing it to one of my all-time favorite Bollywood songs. Please join us, the Diwali Dance short film. I'll see you soon. Vibrations of love. And some say love is a verb. But much deeper than that, love is a vibration. It is that energy that stirs the soul and opens up the heart. Vibrations of love call out to the divine that connects us with the beauty of life and the oneness of it all. I need not to say it with words, although it is always nice to hear, but greater still to feel it. Vibrations of love lift me higher, and I fill the empty spaces within the soul. It is the divine in its purest essence. It is me at the height of my being. I am vibrations of love. Everyone, I'm Sister Jenna, and welcome to America Meditating Radio Production. I hope you enjoyed the opening that we just offered. It's one of my favorite meditations that we just released this year in 2020 with Grammy Award winner Ricky Cage. If you haven't had a chance to listen to it, please go to our America Meditating YouTube. I'm quite excited and thrilled about tonight and what tonight actually offers. And I'd like to put a little bit of context into what we're about to experience together. And by the way, before I go on any further, an extremely warm, deeply appreciative, loving, auspicious Diwali greeting to you and all of your family members and friends as well. If you don't know what Diwali is, you're definitely going to find out about it in this short film that we've produced. But just to give you a little bit of a context, a few months ago, actually, it's been 8 months now since we have been in the lockdown. And another hat that we wear here is that we run 2 meditation museums in the nation's capital. They're sponsored by the Brahma Kumaris. And the America Meditating Radio Show was born as an initiative that we did in the nation's capital to initiate peace at 7 o'clock in the morning and at 7 p.m. at night. What turned out to be an initiative was birthed into a radio show that now covers 90 countries with over 1 million archived listeners with over 1,600 shows. So during the pandemic, we have continued to do interviews on the radio, but we also do different things as well. We organize retreats, we organize conversations, dialogues, events. We have also been able to produce a few meditation CDs. And what has actually come out of the COVID experience is also the production of films. Now, let me just tell you, we know nothing about producing films. And why I thought this was important to convey to you, the value of trying something that you've never done before, or the importance of doing something that you have never done before, to try the impossible and see what it brings out of you is what producing 2 films have done for us. About 2 months ago, we released Zoom meditation, which you can see on PheelGood TV network online, as well as on the America Meditating YouTube. And a few days, or I think it was a few weeks right after that, we knew that we were approaching what's known as Diwali, and it is primarily a festival celebrated for Hindus, but when you go into the deep spiritual significance of Diwali, you begin to realize that this is a festival for every single person on the planet. So while in meditation, we knew that Diwali was coming up. And we can't be with our friends or family members. We can't gather like we used to. And so many Diwali greetings are now taking place in a Zoom room. The United Kingdom held their large, massive Diwali program, which they usually hold at Trafalgar, in Zoom. The Prime Minister of the UK gave a special commemoration and greeting for Diwali on Zoom. So we thought, how is everybody feeling? Sitting at home all day long, not able to really relate to each other and connect with family members the way that they love to. So our youth leader, Aditi Goel, what a treat she is. Young, energetic, a student of George Mason University, 20 years old, survived cancer at a very young age, authored a book entitled Playing with Cancer at 13. She took on this mammoth of a project to choreograph a Diwali dance that will remind us that this is the time that we celebrate the liberation of our own limitations, the liberation of our fears, the liberation of weaknesses of character, the liberation of anger, of disappointment, jealousy, competition, whatever might be an energy that flows in your personality that you feel has created a lot of your obstacles. Aditi decided, well, I'm going to choreograph a dance that will be the dance, the Diwali dance, that liberates us. And that she did. And when I first was sent the original choreography of the dance, me being an old woman was like, I can't do that dance, Aditi. So I called our friend Howard PheelGood, who is a choreographer for Jennifer Lopez. He's been a choreographer for Michael Jackson, the late Michael Jackson. And he's also been on Dancing with the Stars. And I asked Howard PheelGood, is there any way you can do one that people like me, who don't have much rhythm, can actually make this dance look half decent? So between Aditi Goel and Howard, they were able to come together and compromise on a dance that could support the older generations and folks like me, or folks in the West that needed something just a little bit slower paced. So the Diwali dance is really a short film that is inviting you to look inside of yourself and ignite the light that you really are. You know, this is a very auspicious day around the world. This is a day where over 1 billion people are saying, I stand up for what is true, what is pure, and what is right, and I'm going to be the living lamp, the living light for the world. That's not a small thing. If you can turn to humanity and find 1 billion plus people saying, I am the light in the world. So this Diwali dance is about reminding us that as living souls, we really are the light of the world. As we go through so many changes, so many challenges and obstacles, we're also encountering a lot of opportunities, a lot of blessings, a lot of newness. We're learning things about ourselves that we never even knew were inside of us. We're beginning to rediscover ourselves in ways that we never had. And so this particular production, I'd like you to know that it was put together with open hearts. Over 100 dancers came together for this. Individuals have stepped up to help to produce it. I want to give a big shout out to Heather Shea of the United Palace, Atul Thakkar also of a cruise planner. You know, everything has come to a halt. And the list is endless, and I will definitely mention even more after the short film. But I think the message that I would like to share with each and everyone tonight is, please believe in the impossible. And even though when you look at others doing things and they seem to do it so well, don't think that you just can't do it because they seem to do it so well. Try. put your best forward. And even if you mess up, it's in your messing up that you're learning what more is actually inside of you to learn, to grow, to develop, to be the light in the world. People talk a lot about evil and goodness. Well, ignorance and light, you could look at it in that way too. There are times that you've not been your best, and there are times that you have been your best. And when you are at your best, and you are kind and respectful and truthful and gentle and loving, well, you are the light for the world. And when your fellow brother or sister on the planet seems to be serving the opposite energy than love and kindness and truth, are you able to maintain that attitude? There's a saying, that when you have a great deal of truthfulness and honesty in your being, things are okay. There's a great deal of happiness. And there's no greater nourishment than the quality of happiness. And we need that so much. So every night, Aditi would meet with people around the world on Zoom. And she would rehearse with them in the morning because of the time zones and at night. And at the same token, she had her studies, which are now online because of the pandemic. And every day she would send me the videos of the recordings. We would look it over together. She would put them in a file. She would collate them and get them ready for production. We spoke to a very dear friend in India, Gracie Singh. She's an incredible Bollywood dancer, Indian actress, and a beautiful yogi and meditator and lover of God. I turned to Gracie and I asked, Gracie, would you like to participate in this Diwali dance that we're doing? And instantly, Gracie says, just tell me more and I'd be happy to see what I can do. In an instant, she just stepped right up and participated in the dance that Aditi choreographed for the Diwali dance. And on top of that, she invited so many of her other dance professionals to join in as well for the Diwali dance. So as we kept moving into days upon days into the production and getting all the materials, we reached out to friends around the world for them to offer their Diwali blessing and greetings to all of you. We will also get that as well as a bonus. It's been quite a journey. And I have learned so much that I have 2 left legs and I have absolutely no rhythm. But at the same token, I love the fact that I have the rhythm of love and the rhythm of trying what I just don't know anything about and to learn as much as I can. And the song Nagara Sangdol is the song that, let's get the drum of happiness and health and healing and love and determination and courage and just being fearless. The Diwali dance short film is a gift to all of you. And I've learned to just not stop. Keep going. Keep trying something new. I feel like the future after this pandemic will be a modernized form of the Renaissance, where we're going to want to turn more to our artistic side. We're going to want to learn to sing, dance, act, write, do poetry, paint, draw. It's as if there's something calling us at a deep soul level to be more of who we're meant to be. So, as we continue on this journey together with you, we invite you to sit back and get some popcorn, and something nice to drink. Please, if you're watching this on any of the social media links, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, please share it with your friends and family. I can guarantee it. I think you're going to feel really upbeat halfway through this, if not at the beginning. And I feel that it's just going to be a wonderful feel-good moment and a beautiful way to celebrate your inner light, to celebrate dancing your sorrows away, to being the light that you really are in the world. So if you need me to give you a minute of getting your stuff together, calling who you need to call, text who you need to text, maybe put it on the big plasma screen, do all of that right now. And as we approach the screening for the first time, the Diwali dance short film, then it's our pure wish, between Aditi, myself, Howard, and all the dancers around the world. Feel free to want to pick up your feet and dance. Feel free to want to really learn something new. If you don't know what Diwali or any of this is about, be free to smile. Be free to just think about life. Be free to say, I give myself permission to be happy, to be good, to be pure, to be powerful. So it's our invitation, everyone. Enjoy the Diwali dance short film. India is an ancient land, rich with diversity. Throughout history, it has welcomed all races and nations. As we navigate through these times, a pandemic, global insecurity, financial insecurity, politics, elections, there's a call for unity, harmony, love, kindness, generosity, and a lot of light. Diwali, the festival of lights, is upon us, and what better time to globally celebrate than with a dance from around the world, accompanied by a Bollywood hit song, Nagara Sang Dol by Shreya Ghoshal and Osman Nair, which was featured in the hit movie starring Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh, Godiyan Ke Rash Leela. Youth leader and activist, author and cancer survivor Aditi Goel has taken the lead to choreograph this song that symbolizes the release of the vices and celebrating our inner light. Aditi is accompanied by spiritual mentor Sister Jenna of the America Meditating Radio Show and the Brahma Kumaris Meditation Museums in Washington, D.C. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this heartfelt conversation on the Diwali dance as we navigate through these times of waking up our own inner light.
The times that we're going through right now, no doubt they're challenging. There's so much hatred, division, frustration in the air. I'm sure you can feel it. I've felt it. There's financial crisis, there's health problems that people are going through, there are relationship problems, isolation. That's a big word right now. Throughout the pandemic, since it was started, I'm sure I've felt it maybe 1 second or two, but not maybe for days at a stretch. And I'm sure you felt that as well. But what brought us back into the real self that we are right now? And something that you're holding on to, that has what has brought us into the place that we are in right now. And the Festival of Lights, Diwali, is just about this. It's about celebration of joy and happiness that we share with ourselves first and with our family and friends around us, but while staying in connection with our true self and the divine, the source of energy. So I will introduce you first to the epic of Ramayana from the Hindu mythology to get a better understanding of what Diwali means to the millions of Hindus around the world who are celebrating this festival. So let's start in Ayodhya. Lord Ram, who was the son of King Dashrath, he was sent into exile for 14 years, into the forest, alone. Can you believe that? Can you stay in a forest alone by yourself? I can't. I would need my friends there. So Lord Ram had his brother Lakshman and his wife Sita to accompany him. They would spend their entire lives with Lord Ram. You may question why. Can you stay with one person for 14 years at a stretch when no one else is around us? Because he was the ideal husband. He was the ideal brother. He was the ideal son, the ideal human being, the perfect person you'd ever want to be. The perfect person you'd want to be around every single time. So that's what Lord Ram signifies in this story. And coming back, they're in forest, they're roaming around. But there's always this twist. There's always a villain in each and every story. And here, it's Ravan. Now, think of Ravan as the person that's getting on your nerves every single time. The person that even if you just think about that person, it makes your whole body cracked up, right? That's Ravan. Ravan had his eyes on Sita because he was driven by vices. And vices here refer to the acronym of LG: anger, lust, greed, attachment, and ego. And Sita was a possession that he wanted to acquire. So he sent a golden deer to lure her out. Now in pursuit of that, Lord Ram and Lakshman went after the deer to get it for Sita. But before Lakshman went out, he created a Lakshman Rekha, a circle of protection around Sita. And that circle of protection is our protection of divine light, our protection of happiness. When we're happy, nothing can trouble us, right? When we stick to our truth, when we stick to our affirmations, something that keeps us going, we do not move out of the circle and go into darkness instantly. That was the Lakshman Rekha. So Ravan came disguised as a saint. He begged for some food and water, which Sita brought with her, and as soon as she stepped out of the Lakshman Rekha, he picked her up and flew her back into his kingdom. And as you might be thinking, well, how would Lord Ram get Sita back? How would they fight? Well, Ravan's kingdom is there. Ram is over here in the forest. He doesn't have any weapons. How are they going to fight? But Lord Ram was so powerful that his energy was so vast. He collected an army of deities, of monkey-looking deities, over whom Lord Hanuman presided. Now, Lord Hanuman was a great devotee of Ram, and he would do anything that the pure energy of Ram would tell him to do. So when they had this army of deities, they went into Ravan's kingdom, secured Sita, and got her back in their homes. And that was end of the 14 years of exile that they had went through. So they came back to Ayodhya, and there was a huge celebration of joy and happiness. And you can see here, there's victory of good over evil. And that is what is celebrated across the globe in many religions, primarily Hinduism, in various faiths, traditions, and regions, going from India to Indonesia, to the US, to China, to everywhere. So there are some rituals that are primarily celebrated on Diwali. There's cleaning of the houses, which means we're cleaning our minds off and decluttering whatever is not needed. We're worshipping Goddess Lakshmi. We're inviting her energy of love, of wisdom, of knowledge into our lives. And we're lighting diyas. We're igniting the light that is within us. And we're exchanging sweets. Obviously, when we speak sweet words, when we share insightful knowledge, we are happy, right? So now I'll invite Sister Jenna to talk about the spiritual significance from her perspective and what it really means to each and every one of us as a person and to celebrate the coronation of our perfect self.
Thanks, Aditi. I always love to hear those stories because for me, Diwali has a completely different interpretation. Growing up in the United States of America, being half African, Caribbean, half Indian, I had seen my parents do some of those rituals and some of those celebrations as a young girl growing up in Florida at the time. And even though I would ask them about why they did this, I never really got a clear explanation. Like, you just gave an absolutely clear explanation. I used to remember my grandmother just saying, just celebrate, Ravan is dead, this is a good time, eat sweets, eat sweets. And I would go, okay. And when you're growing up in the West, like in America, we need to get an answer of our whys. You know, it's not easy for us to just take what you give us. It's like, what does it mean? Explain to me so I can understand. So it took me many years, you know. It took me many years to bring together a lot of the various traditions, like Hanukkah, they have their lights. Christmas has the lights on the Christmas tree. Kwanzaa has lights. Eid Mubarak, where there's the moon and the stars, and then there is Diwali, and then Diwali, been always fascinated because what I remember from the celebration are a few things that stand out for me, and it might stand out too for our friends that are watching. Fireworks, lots of laughter, lots of dancing, the burning of a monster called Ravan, and a lot of food. That's what stands out for Diwali. And for many, many, many years, that's all I felt Diwali was. Fireworks, dancing, lots of food, and the burning of this monster. But as I started to go deeper into asking, why is it that so many traditions have this practice of light around them, right? And that's when I really began to recognize the power of Diwali. Because Diwali for me became my own story. Can you believe that? Diwali for me came that I had to clean up my house in my head. One of the things that fascinated me about Diwali was when my parents would clean the house and I would go, yay, I don't have to do any cleaning, because they would do such a great job. But I would think about why. The house was already clean and now they want to clean it even more. And even though my parents didn't really understand the spiritual meaning, as I was growing older, I was realizing that it was something inside of me I wanted to clean. That the world behind my eye, the home behind my eye needed cleaning. Sometimes I didn't know where to start. And sometimes with all of us, we don't know where to start to do our cleaning. We don't know what to fix, what to adjust. You know what I'm saying? So when I would go behind my eye, the first thing I would check is, how am I feeling? Like, what am I going through? What is my experience? And that really would help me to determine, where do I move my thoughts? Like you talked about the importance of thoughts in your sharing, that I needed to clean out my thoughts, that if my thoughts had jealousy, rage, desire, like what Ravan had for Sita, then that's not good for me in the long run. It's like I'm burning myself up because of those energies. So the cleaning of the house for me meant, let me clean my mind. Let me clean the house in my mind, the world behind my eye. Let me clean up what's going on the inside. So when I figured that out, I loved it. The other aspect that I figured out was the sweets, of how important it is that we actually are born to live a sweet life. We are born to live a life of abundance, of beauty, of all of these great things. But if I have these qualities like what Ravan symbolized, the anger, the lust, the greed, the attachment, the ego, then there's no sweetness in my life. There's just bitterness. So then it fascinated me, and I loved sugar. I loved sugar. I had so many cavities as a baby, it wasn't funny. As a child. But the sweetness, whenever I would take a laddu or I would take some sort of a candy or some sweet that I would get, I just knew that it was reminding me, am I living my life with sweetness? Am I living my life with virtues? Am I really thinking about the well-being of other people? Do I really care? So that sweetness was really important for me to embody. The other aspect was the lights. That's my favorite part, because we all love lights. And how you light up your whole house, and you light up your street, and you light up everything. That I believe this, and I believe this still today in all my heart. There is a recording sitting in every single one of us. There was a time when the world had no suffering. And I just want to ask everyone to think about when there was a time in your life when everything just worked, when the whole world was happy and the whole world was joyous. And why we light fireworks, even though environmentally it's a really bad thing? What about the fireworks of celebrating the fact that you chose to stop feeding algae? There's a story about this Native American. It's a granddaughter sitting on the lap of her grandmother, and she's asking her grandmother about stories of life, what life's about. And the grandmother tells her, you're going to bump into two wolves. One is nice, loving, peaceful, pure, and happy. Is your favorite story. And one is angry, lustful, greedy, attached to leadership of this and every day be on the Zoom meetings with folks from all around the world, whether it was from Russia, Thailand, Africa, America, and to teach them the Diwali dance. That it wasn't just about a dance, but it was about, you were celebrating, right? You were celebrating that I don't want to be angry anymore. I don't want to be lustful. I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to be attached. I don't want arrogance in my consciousness, because whenever I have that, I hurt you, you know? So when you came up with this beautiful dance, and I know that we also had a Dancing of the Stars choreographer, which I really want to mention, Howard PheelGood, who came up with a Western version and an Eastern version. And I know that a lot of the dance steps, because as we're moving to this Diwali and this stage of actually looking now as dance as a celebration, the celebration of our goodness, that's what I knew a lot of the dancers showed up with. They wanted to celebrate the goodness that was within them. And if it's possible, I'd love for you to kind of share with us some of the dance moves that you had come up with or seen. And I know we had friends from around the world that gave Diwali greetings and Diwali blessings as well. And I'm just curious to hear what some of the dance moves meant to you, and what did you feel as you were going through the Diwali dance practice and experience?
Just listening to that, I just want to dance right now.
Me too.
But there's a burning question I have, and I'm sure you might be having that as well. What's a really good starting point for us who've not gone behind the eyes and really don't know the deep meaning of what silence and what light means within us?
It depends on where we are in our journey. Some of us go through a suffering, something traumatic. In the United States of America, they've just gotten a new president-elect, Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. Half of the country is happy, the other half of the country is in despair. It is my wish that everybody finds happiness, whoever it is that's leading you, that there is a pure feeling, that you can still send your pure wishes. I don't believe anybody loses. I think the only people who lose in life is people who are angry, who are jealous, who are competitive, who are revengeful. Then you're losing. So let's say you're in that mental place. And when you look behind your eye, that's who you see. And when you see that, the virtue that's needed will be honesty. That you have to accept you're not a nice person at this time. That you have to accept I do have revenge in my personality. You have to accept I am angry. You have to accept I am jealous. But that's not how God made me. So when you turn your attention behind your eye and you see what you don't want to see in you, be honest. Because in your practice of honesty with the self, it will open you up to really being the bright light that you really are. You know, in Hinduism and in cultures, there is a period of time where the deities walked in India, right?
Yes.
And the deities represent human beings that had no algae in them. So the fact that there was once upon a time living human beings without the vibration or the interpretation of algae, that is the celebration of the Diwali.
I feel that.
And I feel that if all of us can look at this particular time as we move beyond Diwali, we go in America, Thanksgiving, then we go to Hanukkah, then we go to Christmas, then we go to Kwanzaa, then we go back to Ramadan. Every day, every single day, are we able to be aware that the light within us wants to shine? Love, peace, purity, truth, and joy. That's our light. And it wants to shine. So I think that when people are struggling with emanating their light, I would say to them, Aditi, that they're just not being honest with who and what they are. Nobody in the world is perfect yet. But if you and I can be honest with our shortcomings, that's our Diwali. If even this celebration of this Festival of Lights, which is a festival that belongs to all religions, all cultures across the world, if today we can celebrate letting go of our own shortcomings and accept we're not perfect yet.
That's a big yet.
But we're going to become perfect. Isn't that time to celebrate?
Yes,
Shouldn't
it
we
is.
dance when we look at that?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
So look, I know you've got some dance moves that you're going to show us before all of our dancers from around the world show up. Can you tell us what some of these dance moves actually mean in the dance choreography that you offered us for the Diwali dance?
Yes. All right, so you got your dancing shoes on, right? So we'll start from our left side, and with just few simple steps, you'll learn the hook step of the whole song. All right, so we'll start from our left and do a slight clap. So clap, and then the right side clap. We go up and down, and then just walk. So again on the left side, clap, clap, up and down, walk, 2, 3 again, left, together, left, together, left arm, right arm, heart, heart. Wasn't that super easy, right? I knew it. Okay, so let me explain it to you what it means to me. So when we're clapping, it's like we're clapping in joy. We're clapping to celebrate our coronation of becoming perfect. And we're inviting the divine energy into our lives and getting free from all the barriers of sorrow and hurt. So we're celebrating, right? And with open arms, we're inviting the energy of love into our lives. Okay, so let's do that once with the song. One, 2, 3, and left, left, right, up and down, walk, 2, 3, left together, left, together, left, together, left arm, right arm, heart, heart. There you go. You got it.
Bravo.
All right.
Thank you, thank you. have a special surprise of Gracie Singh, a Bollywood actress and exquisite dancer, along with her senior dancer,
Manisha from Calcutta.
Kolkata, who also did a performance to our very wonderful Nagarasang Dol dance that we had chosen for our Diwali dance celebration. And I was very touched by Gracie and a lot of her dancers who contributed to offering some of their dance techniques. Now, these are professional dancers, and so they were able to put together their steps and their movements as well towards this performance. And so we're offering you this as our additional gift to you for the Diwali dance. So please sit back and enjoy this, and we can dance along with them too if you want to. Tap your feet, move your head, shake it all around. It's a wonderful performance. Thanks a lot, Gracie, and to all of our dancers. Okay, everyone. Happy Diwali, happy holidays, happy Festival of Lights. Happy bringing the best of yourself forward for our humanity to continue and to become a golden aged world. I think it's important for us to recognize that we have so much good in us than bad or unhealthy tendencies, and that when we really celebrate our Diwali, we're actually celebrating the divinity and the power and the purity that's in our lives. So thank you so much, Aditi, for putting all of this together and for working with me on this project. I think we really just wanted everyone to recognize you have so much good in you. You have so much power in you. You have so much light in you. It's time for us to bring in the golden age, become the living deities on the planet, and to inculcate virtues.
Exactly.
And to dance, because where there's truth, the soul dances.
And Diwali, it's not just a one-time thing, like Sister said. It's a lifetime thing. It's a lifetime celebration of happiness.
And happy we all are. Happy Diwali, everyone. Happy Diwali, happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
Shubh Diwali to all of you. Stay safe, stay good, stay pure.
Happy Diwali from the holy banks of Mother Ganga in Rishikesh. On this sacred festival of light, may this light illuminate our hearts and our minds so that we truly can see the divine in ourselves, in each other, and in all of the sacred creation. May this light bring us the vision and the wisdom and the clarity to know we are all one. So much love from Rishikesh to all of you at this beautiful, beautiful holy day.
Namaste everyone. I'm Ricky Cage and I wish a very happy, safe and prosperous Diwali to everyone around the world. Now may this Diwali lead us from darkness to light, from ignorance to knowledge, and most importantly, lead us to peace within our minds and coexistence with everyone and everything. Happy Diwali.
Okay.
Happy Diwali, everyone.
Happy Diwali from Sydney to everyone.
Happy Diwali, everyone. And remember, you are the light of the world.
Happy Diwali to all of you. This auspicious day also means the removal of darkness from our mind and from the universe. And our resolution to make all sincere efforts for well-being of all and peace, love every day. Thank you.
Wishing you a very happy Diwali.
Diwali, everyone. May the light of love be living in your heart.
Blessings and happy Diwali. May the light and the illumination of the divine shine on all of you and all of us. Mwah.
From my heart, I would like to wish you a happy Diwali. Peace be with you.
Happy Diwali to everybody around the world. Let's celebrate the victory of good over evil.
May this Diwali bring universal compassion, the inner joy of peace and love, and the awareness of oneness to all. Happy Diwali, everyone.
Happy Diwali to everybody from the lovely California, sending much light to everyone.
Happy Diwali, everyone.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali, everybody. And don't forget to light the lamp in your heart for humanity.
Hello, everyone. Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali, everyone.
Happy Diwali, everyone.
Diwali, everyone, from LA and hands around the world. Have a great one.
Happy Diwali, everyone, from San Francisco.
Hello, everybody. Happy Diwali.
Let's celebrate the supreme light and invite God in our lives. Wish you a very happy Diwali.
One, two. Vitamin consent form हो गया है, so I'll send that out to you.
Oh, okay. For Vedin.
Left arm, right. So tap, tap. So tap, tap. Right leg comes front open, back. If you're comfortable.
All right, please tell us if you enjoyed that. Wasn't that a nice feeling? Short enough, brilliant enough? I'd love to hear everyone's comments. And again, thanks to everybody that participated and helped to make this what it is. Keep in mind, it took us about 2 to 3 days to get the edits together and to grab all the pieces. Imagine trying to put together over 100 dances to make this really work, and it's something that we know nothing about. And so we're learning as we go along the way. And one of the things that I was sharing with you is the importance of trying to do what you've never done before and to not put limits on your life. You know, the whole thing of igniting your light and celebrating your light in your Diwali is that you don't put limits on your life at all whatsoever. And so, again, I want to give a big thanks to Atul Takar that really helped to make us to get to this point, and Heather Shea that took us over to the goal. And for Aditi Goel, our star, can everybody give her a big hand of applause for the incredible work that she put in to pull this together and also to make everything work. And you might not know this, but the dress that Aditi wore in the film is her mother's dress. Her mother also passed of cancer. And so she wanted to wear this dress as her celebration, her honoring too of her mother. So there are so many pieces about this little short film that we've put in. At the end, the bloopers, the kids, and we even had so much more footage, and the editors just didn't know how to put it all together, you know, it was just so much. And even then, and the graphics by Ashish, it was just beautiful. And so I really, really want to extend our heartfelt thanks to everyone, all the Diwali messages that came from around the world, so many pure feelings. I was so honored to have Mahatma Gandhi's grandson, our friend Arun Gandhi, Oscar winner Louis Gossett Jr., Grammy Award winner Ricky Cage, so many, Sadhvi, Bhagavati, Saraswati from Rishikesh, and if I haven't mentioned your name, it's not intentional. It's all because of time restraints. But please let us know what you thought, how you thought the short film went, and do you give us a thumbs up, a thumbs side, a thumbs down? Or what did you think? I don't know, for me, it makes me, I get very touched. I love looking at the senior citizens still being able to participate with the dance movements, the young children, the children in Africa from the value-based school there. They did such a powerful job. I almost wanted to share the whole of their dance routine, but then again, we wouldn't have been able to share everybody else's. And just everything that just came together was incredibly heartfelt, and I hope that all of you out there were able to kind of sit back for a little bit and think, you know, what are you doing during the pandemic that if you just add a little bit more creativity to your time and energy and put together your own narrative and story of something that you'd like to share to humanity, this is a great time to do it. Again, remember, we know nothing about this, but we didn't stop there. We really wanted to continue to share and still move the story forward. So online, thanks for all the greetings. Yes, she is an amazing young girl, isn't she? Sister Aditi's incredible. I hope everybody learned a little bit more about Diwali and all the festivities and the deep spiritual significance behind it all. I don't know if anyone has any questions for us before we end our time together, but thanks again to everyone. It's been an incredible time with all of you. And Dave, everybody, Samantha, Priya, everybody who is on, Kanu, thank you for joining us and giving us your support. Harsha, Diane Collins, Atul, you're on. Thank you so much for your loving support. You have no idea how many youths and kids were just so inspired to get involved with the dance because everyone has been at home and they've not been really, really happy. I've spoken to so many, and for them to have practiced this dance every day at home, just together, I wish I could show you all of that footage behind the scenes of how much joy it gave everyone, and mothers with their young kids practicing the dance. Folks who are African Americans, Caucasians, Europeans, Asians, from the Philippines, from China, all over. It was very heartwarming. So thanks to each and every one of you for supporting us and making this happen and giving us your blessings. And I know Aditi is also watching, and Aditi, everybody loves your sharing, your performance, your offering of everything. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for standing up as such a strong youth leader of our future. So thanks to everyone. And again, if you'd like to play this back and share it, feel free to visit it on the YouTube, on the Facebook, where it'll be available. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to share that. Now, as we come to our close, it's not stopping here, the Diwali dance. We've decided to initiate a Diwali dance challenge. Santosh will show you that video right after this. The Diwali dance challenge actually invites you today, tonight, right now. Record your favorite dance that liberates all of your suffering and sorrow. And really celebrate the light that you are, and celebrate your absolute Diwali, not just for today, but forever, for so many, many, many years to come. So we invite you to record your Diwali dance challenge. Please use the hashtag Diwali Dance Challenge. Tag a friend, a family member. It doesn't have to be a long dance. You can choose any song, any music you want, even this one that we've used, and show us your best steps and let us know just the feeling that you're having. Portia, I know you're out there. Let us see all of your dance steps and just post it online and celebrate the importance of us remembering and recognizing we really are the light for the world. So thank you so much for joining us today and celebrating with us our Diwali dance short film, and join us for the continuation of the Diwali Dance Challenge. Enjoy the ending of today's program, and again, from the bottom of our hearts, from all of us, Mubarak, 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 and Bahut Bahut Dhanyavad. Thank you so, so, so much, and a special auspicious Diwali from now and forevermore. Thank you. Hi everyone, as we approach the release of the Diwali dance short film being produced by America Meditating Radio, I can't be more thrilled with the production. You're going to see individuals from Africa, Thailand, the Philippines, Russia, all over the world who are going to offer a beautiful dance of Diwali to a wonderful Bollywood song, which is all about beating the drums of your heart, the drums of life, the drums of light. This particular time, we want to beat the drums of being free from any internal weakness of the human personality. Can you imagine waking up tomorrow and not having any more anger or rage or fear recorded in your personality? Wouldn't that be a wonderful celebration for Diwali? Anyway, listen, we are about to start, and we would like to start with you right now to create your own Diwali dance challenge. Show your steps, move to the beat. Let us see what it looks like when somebody can dance feeling, I am free from all my self-doubt, fears, questions, trauma, past, grief, sense of loss. I don't want to dance as if anyone is watching me anymore. I want to dance as if I'm completely free of any traces of limits. So go onto your social media and post your Diwali challenge, tag a friend, a family, and just share it. But make sure you use the hashtag Diwali Dance Challenge. And of course, I would love if you shared it with us too at America Meditating. And then we could definitely keep seeing all the challenges that are out there coming in. So thank you very much, and it's again my invitation that you start a Diwali dance challenge and let me see your best dance, because you know what? Where there's truth, the soul dances. Thanks so much. If you want some more information, just go to americameditating.org. And also feel free to just again share with us your dance by hashtagging Diwali Dance Challenge. Take care. Happy Diwali. Take good care of yourself again.